mind being called that at all. And Alex is an economist. He's the director of Grupo Salvador and Salvador Tax and Legal. And he is also the honorary British consul for Almeria. Alex.
Well, thank you. I see some familiar faces. I don't know why you come again, because hearing what I've a couple of times. So if you want to stay or want to ask anything else that you when you were here you want to know, that's fine. Well, my talk is always I talk about things that I would like to know if I was new in this country, or new, or that I'm not sure how the system works. It's true that Spain is a bit difficult sometimes with administration, with things, with the institutions, and you can get lost, and I'm sure that you sometimes suffer this. So my speech is about all the things, all the queries, all the questions that I normally asked in the meetings that I have with the clients that come to our office. Is a summary of all these things. If there is anything that is not there and you want to ask, you are free to interrupt me. If I've done it, this is longer than what I normally do, because I just talk normally about basic things that are interesting for you. But today I added a bit of for those that are starting a business. If any, I know some of you are going to start a business, so I put some tips also about that. So we will talk about what's an NIE, why do you need an NIE in Spain, what's legal residence, padrón is word that is strange in Spanish, about tax resident, when you are tax resident in this country and when not, your income tax obligations, what you have to do to commit all your obligations with the tax office in Spain. Will and inheritance tax is important for those that are owning property in Spain. Your Spanish car plates, how can you change your Spanish into a Spanish plate, your driving license, and at the end I will talk, as I said, something about business. So, what's the NIE? The NIE is a document, it's a number that is assigned by the tax office or by the foreign office for those that have any interest in Spain. When we say interest, we want we want to know why you need this NIE. They don't give to anyone. They give it to you if you, for example, are buying a car, are buying a house, starting a business, or you just simply want to pay your taxes in Spain. But if you are in Spain, for example, renting a property and you don't make your living here, or you just stay some months but not the full year, you don't need NIE. And this number that is now is starting by Y, but in the past was starting by X, is always with you. It will be always with you. In Spain, you are registered with that NIE forever. The difference we have with you is that you have your passport, you don't have an ID as we have in Spain, and with your passport we cannot register in any of our database. Why? Because you change your number every 10 years. So we took this system that is a number that is, it will be your registration number. For those that I will talk also a bit about Brexit today. For those that are worried between the communication between Spain and UK, I always tell the same. In Spain, we are registered, or you are registered with this NIE. In the UK, you are registered with your number, your driving license, with your passport. We don't know, but it's not matching our registration with yours. So Spain is not very well communicated with UK because of that, because we register you with your name, and there you are registered with your name, your address, your driving license, whatever. So then we have the next step for those that are living in Spain at least 3 months, you have to apply for what we call legal residence. The legal residence is for those that are in a row. It's not January, July, and September. If you are 3 months in a row, this means that you are not traveling anymore. This means that you have to apply for what we call residency. That is this green paper that is exactly the same as we saw before. The only difference is that it's saying that you are a resident in the European Union. Brexit. Important thing about Brexit. We don't have very clear what is going to happen. We don't have very clear if there is going to be a transition year, if we are going to do it, if we are going to do a new election. We don't know. But what we have clear today is that for those that want to stay in this country before the 30th of March 2019 should apply for this. Because this life is going to be different. We don't know what's the meaning of different. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know if it's going to be treated as a third country like the States, or it's going to be similar to the agreements that we have like with Norway or with Switzerland. But the clear thing is that something must change. So for those that want to stay here after Brexit, you have to apply for this. Some of you heard that it's not so easy because you need some requirements. What are the requirements that you need? 2 things. First thing is that you must have either a private insurance policy, or that you can have healthcare by yourself. How do you get the healthcare by yourself? There are some ways. One way is that you can work in Spain. Another way is that you can be self-employed, or even if you are retired, not an early retired. If you are retired in the UK and you are here and you come here to live, you can get in the UK what we call the S1. The S1 is a document that they will provide in Newcastle, in the office of NHS. They will provide, they will give it to you, and you can use that to get healthcare for free in Spain. So we said that we need healthcare or private insurance, and the other thing that we need to prove is that you have enough earnings, enough assets, enough cash, let's say, to make your living here without without going to the healthcare, to the social care, to live from the government in Spain. So this is important. The 2 things that you need is money to make your living in Spain. The amount that they consider is a low amount. It's around 8,000 euros. So they say that if you have a regular income that can come from a rental, from a pension, from a salary, from anything, from assets, from money that you have in UK, 8,000 is enough to make your living in Spain.
Excuse me, could I just ask you, you said,
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, please, I appreciate that.
It would include rental. Does it include rental if the rental properties are in the UK?
Sure, yes, anywhere.
We were told we couldn't camp around.
Yeah, we were told that too.
We were told we couldn't camp
I was told
around.
no.
Yeah, you can do it. It's clear that you are getting a rent, you are getting money from that, and that's your income. The only thing is that we have to prove something coming from UK. We need to show to the Spanish office and translate. You have to show your contract, the contract that you have in UK with your tenant, and translate, because they don't accept anything that is not in Spanish.
Could I just ask you,
Sure,
so
yeah.
you need a contract from your copy of your contract from your tenant. Does it have to be an original copy, or can it be, because obviously we use an agent who has the contract, can he email it to us? Or
No, they just need a copy and the translation.
Because our copy would be
With
fine.
a strong translator, because sometimes they want to see the strong translator.
Would they want to see both of them? The original agreement?
Not the original, with a copy and the translation, but a strong translator is enough. And also, if you can provide with the regular income coming in, because if you make a contract just especially for that, it's a fake thing, and you don't prove that you are getting that money, they can ask it. So if you can show that you are getting that income every month or every week,
Is it true also that I was told that you would, the first 40% of your rentals, of their rentals, are tax free, but you don't pay tax on them? Is that correct?
We'll talk about that later.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I just ask one? Private pension,
Yeah.
was it the same for that? Do you have to have some sort of...
Yeah, we do. No, any income.
Any
Private
income.
pension, public pension, rental, you live from your money, interest, dividends.
We were told you had to have €8,000 in the bank, so there's no set amount.
Yeah, one thing that people, when they come to me, I say that's not true, is that someone says that the money must be sent to your Spanish bank account. That's not true, because they accept that the money is in UK. You don't have to transfer here. We just need to show that the money is there and translate just in case. But you don't need to send for 3 months €1,000 every month just to show that the money is coming here. We don't need the money here. We just need that you get that income. What we want is the purpose of this thing is that you make your living alone, not with us.
So is there a minimum amount of savings you must have?
Say again?
Is there a minimum amount?
8,000,
So it's-
more or less.
Yeah.
They can accept 7,000 and another income.
Okay.
My solicitor is getting our residencia on the yearly income in the bank account. She said we could do it that way because we're not pensionable age. So she's gone to the bank and got that, and she's going to proceed with that. And I thought she could do that. Is that right? Can she
You
do
say that you have an income, regular income.
Yeah, she took
Comes-
it over the year. She took it over the year. What comes into the bank account over the year?
Sure, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's
she
just,
can do
it's
that.
just proving that you have that income. And it's not showing the last month, the amount that you have at the bank last month, because with that, some other nationalities, what they did was they were giving the money and they were passing to each other. So that's why they want some long-term money. So at least that's why you have to show at least 1 year.
Yeah, that's what she done it on the year. She done it on
Yeah.
the whole year. All right.
But I said that before, but very quick. For those that are going to start a business, you don't need to prove anything of this. You just need to start the business by being self-employed or with a company, or we will talk about later. But in the moment you start a business in Spain, they will give you the residency. Right? So, or work. If you find a work, again, they will give it to you. This is just for those that are normally retired and then they live from the normal income, pension, or rental, or anything like that. Yeah. What happens with this document? This document is not an ID. This is not to show to the police if they stop you. You need to carry on with your passport, or a certified copy of your passport if you don't want to lose it. So you can go to the town or to a notary and go with and they make a copy of your passport and a stamp. This is enough to prove the validity of this passport. In case that the police or someone else wants yeah.
Would that be the same with the driver's license as well?
We'll talk later also.
Is a Spanish driving license acceptable ID, or do I still need to carry?
No, in Spain, depending on where you go. If it's someone you're buying with your credit card, they can accept. But if you have to go to the notary, to the court, to the police, or anything like that, your only valid ID is your passport.